All right. Proud of our team, the way we competed in the game. Loved the energy, the enthusiasm, the fire. That's what we asked them to come out and do. I was extremely proud of that, and not feel sorry for themselves. They practiced well during the week. They did some things. I think they found out a little bit more about themselves today. They could come out and do that. And again, we knew Syracuse was going to come in and play. They got a great start. We got off to a 4 start. They did a good job with the front people, which I said had some really good front guys up there. All the new linemen we had. Like I say, Jacquez on the first start, Sean his first start of the year. Everly in there starting again. I mean, first start ever at center. Thought he did a real nice job. And then Brock Rubel getting back in there. So we had a lot of pieces to move back around. I was very proud of those guys, the way they went and got in the flow of the game and made the plays. I thought we played with great effort, tenacity, played as a team, and what we did. Again, we're still not perfect, but we're keep getting better. But very happy with those. Hit the deep ball well, got the ball vertically down the field, which was extremely well, and got the protection to do it. Not only just the routes and catches and the throws, but the guys blocking up front, and we got the running game going. The young back, Jacquez, did an outstanding job, and we were able to keep good balance, which we want to be able to do. And hopefully those guys will be able to add depth in what we do. Take some pressure off Dalvin at times in the future coming up, and where we're at, and getting those linemen back healthy. Defensively, I thought were really outstanding. Did a great job getting off the field. They had a couple plays, but for the most part, the drive before the half was big. But our drive coming back, they tried to squib it and got it. I think that's what they were doing. Or on the side, I'm not sure what they were doing there. And we got the ball, and they would commit the 2-minute drive right there before half again, stole the momentum and got it back. It's critical. Our defense did a great job pressuring the quarterback, tackled well. Did a good job keeping leverage on the football, getting off the field on third down for the most part. And that we got to, like I say, the coverage team were good till the end. I think we just let out, and that's ridiculous. We hit the ball where we wanted to hit it, and punted it, and did all that well. And then, whistle hadn't blown. Play the whole game, and that was the only disappointing thing as far as that goes. But we'll get that cleaned up and get better. And get ready to go and play every coach. Questions?
Coach, Jacquez obviously had a huge game today. What did you see from him, this young man, in his first start, a teenager?
A lot of poise. Early on, I think he had better flies. You could see him as the game went on. He just ran with more confidence and more power. And used to, he felt, these guys hitting me hard, but I'm still pretty big too. You know what I mean? And I think just getting that feel and getting back in there. And I thought he did a good job of pass protection, caught the ball when he had to catch it, and did the things there. But just very happy for him. And I thought Jonathan Vickers, when he got his opportunity, ran well. You see those two young guys, and I'm happy about the depth that's added. They've got quality playing time now that we're fixing to go down this final stretch. We're going to need those guys.
So what was the downfield passing attack so effective today?
Well, I think they give us opportunities with the looks, and Sean throws the deep ball very well. We ran good routes. We've been getting better at it the whole time, and our protection was better. I mean, we protected better up front. And early they got some sacks, but we kept doing it. And we were active with it. We've been working on it. It's been pretty good in practice. It has been. We had to get it to the game.
Seems like Travis, a game like this might do a lot for him.
I was very happy for him because Travis is a heck of a football player. Going to be a great player. And even had some opportunity. I thought, and I'll say this, we could hit him a couple more times maybe and had some big touchdowns. But Travis catching the ball, made big plays with a big moment. That corner catch was a really nice catch in the corner down there. And the end zone down there, the third one I thought was good. The 2 deep balls, and then the run, the first one. I mean, the effort to get in the end zone, the desire to get in there. That's what he's capable of all the time when he has focus, and he plays with a lot of fire and passion, attention to detail. I'm very happy for him.
But how does a play like that spark a team when he's throwing guys off?
It does. I mean, you get the energy, and it's about energy. It's about passion. I think that's where I think of some of our young guys. And I said before, we walk on eggshells a little bit because they're such good kids. Sometimes I want to be a little bit more knucklehead and give me some juice and then come out of it, and they don't want to make a mistake. And that's kind of what we got into last week up there. Guys not having passion, want to, or toughness, but just the spark, that nastiness, and I'm going to go make a play and change the game. You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting for somebody else to do it. And when you're young like that, sometimes that happens because you think, well, I'm young, I can't do it. I didn't see no age limit on making plays. Ain't one in the rule book. And seeing a young guy go do that, I think it just, it goes through your team. There's a play Derwin made on the fumble. You know what I mean? To rip that play and strip back. I mean, so I think it's getting contagious, and I hope that we'll need it to.
Okay, but Travis had a little bit of a rough game last week. Did you challenge him or something this week? Because it looks like a totally different player.
What do you think? You know me, man. But in a good way. I mean, it's not challenging. You got to be honest. And everybody calls it challenging. I call it honesty. People who care about you and love you tell you the truth. People want to tell you what you want to hear, don't care about you. And when you do well, they need to tell you. When you do bad, you need to tell you. And not to be personal, not to be, listen, if this is what you want to be and where you want to go, this is what you got to do. This is how we want it done. And he stepped up and very proud of him. I'm going to tell you another guy in that group that was huge. People in that, Bobo. Bobo's attitude with that group and leading that group and making sure they did the right things, and his attitude and how he went out and played with the energy he did, he started a lot of that too. I mean, it was on Travis, but hey, there's a lot of credit going to Bobo Wilson's leadership during the week and off the field going into that game. A lot.
The way Sean in the passing game clicked, does that make you reevaluate things going forward?
I'm always reevaluating things. I'm always reevaluating things. But I'm happy. I told you, we had 2 good quarterbacks. I said it before, we have 2 guys that can play and win and play games, so. We don't know what Everett's health, we still gotta get that and see where things are, and we'll go from there.
What was
Dan,
the
when
timeline
did you
like?
know this week that Shaw would be the starter?
I didn't, all the way till the end of Friday evening, because he actually, Everett actually passed a impact test, but he still had some symptoms when they did some more things on him late Friday. You know what I mean? That, you know, some dizziness and things like that. So we repped Sean with one, they both got reps during the week. It was just symptoms he had, and they just would linger, and it's not worth the chance to put somebody out there. We're not gonna do that ever. I don't care if it's a national championship, never gonna do that.
And what's going to be the process this week in determining who they're starting?
Again, we'll wait and see the health of everybody. I'm not, what I always do, best player to play.
With Everett, when was he diagnosed with a concussion? And was there a play in Georgia Tech or a certain amount of play?
I don't know. I mean, he got hit. They checked him out at half. They actually got evaluated at halftime there, and he felt good. You know, it was okay. Everything was good. Come back, and he said Sunday he just started having some symptoms. He mentioned to him, and I said, hey, make sure you tell him. I mean, we're not doing that for anybody. And they evaluated. And then he said that's why he sat out Monday a little bit. And plus he was banged up and got hit a couple times. Then they say, you know, you got the protocol is to get a little bit of work, see if you can come back with work. And he threw a little bit, did a little bit, and asked for practice. And said his impact was down, but it's enough you can still go out and play and see if the dizziness comes. And we limited his practice and reps just like the doctor said, and we did it all through the week.
For Sean, does a day like today speak to the way he continued to prepare?
Who is that?
For Sean, the way he continued to prepare and get himself ready?
Hardest job in ball, man. Backup quarterback. Hardest job in ball. I mean, you can say it all you want, and to keep that mental, because to play that position, the demands of it, not just physically, but mentally, especially what we do, are ridiculous. I mean, as far as the true offense, you know what I'm saying? And then you never call upon until you're called upon. And to sit and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and say, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? It takes a very mature, selfless team player to be able to do that. And when his number's called, he stepped up, and I can't be any happier for any one guy.
The fact that he's been here before and done this, does that help him out rapport with the receivers? It seemed like he doesn't miss a beat when he came in. Is that
No, he didn't. I mean, in the practice he doesn't. I mean, he's on him, he knows them, and he knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, he's been doing that in practice.
Jim, was the changes on the offensive line and to run the ball the way you guys did, the protection you got?
It was huge. It really was. I mean, it was really huge. That's why I said I mean, Everett went in center and make those calls and do what he did. I mean, getting Mavity back, you know, in there, and then getting Brock Rubel right time, getting his confidence back. Now hoping Derek Kelly can come back, and now you get Kareem Orr healthy again. Now your body starts to come back. Man, that's just huge. We'll hopefully get Hellfield back some, you know what I mean? But that depth and for what they did in the tight end and the running game, and I'm gonna tell you what Freddie Stevenson. Now we were in a lot of I formation, so you're in a lot of I. That sledgehammer fullback does a lot of work, so that guy did a heck of a job too.
What impressed you most with what Sean McGuire did there?
The thing I was the happiest about was the game management, the poise, making sure everybody was on the same page, taking care of the football and staying aggressive at the same time. Stayed aggressively smart in how he played the position.
What about Christian Husby?
Oh yeah, he made his checks, he made his reads, he knew where to get to the ball, get us in and out of runs. I mean, you know, the one right before half, down there on the 7-yard line, that was a check. He checked us out of something and got us and almost got it down to the 1-inch line. You know what I mean, down there. So I mean, it was huge.
You got contributions, say, from freshman Josh Duran, of course. What's it like to see that get to Varson, but at the same time, it kind of, when George drops that ball, it kind of speaks maybe a little bit to what you were saying about.
But no, I was lying, right? I was lying about all that. All them young. I was lying to y'all. I was lying to y'all. Now, can one of y'all raise your hand and say I was wrong? No, I think I'm joking. But idiots. I like getting on y'all too. But no, it was, hey, I'm gonna throw him another one. George's been catching the heck out of the ball. Guess what? He's gonna get another one. And another. That guy can be a big play guy, and he's learned to play, and just getting him in there and being able to do that, and the confidence to be able to say we're gonna go in there and do that. Heck, that guy's playing his tail off. And we can't add that Maven keeps growing in what he does. You know, now Nooney, you saw Nooney out there for the first time. I said he's ready to go, but I mean, those guys, you gotta remember how much time all those guys have missed. I mean, George had injuries. Nooney had injuries. Wasn't he got a broke toe? I mean, you just don't, it's hard for a young guy in general, but then you miss this and then you get out of shape, you get back in condition. This guy, it's hard to get in that continuity, those young guys. But hey, we're gonna need every one of them. We're gonna play every one of them, and they're all gonna be big time players. I'm extremely happy with that.
Hey, Coach, after the tough loss last weekend, is this exactly what the team needed? Did you see enough for a good bounce back from your team?
Yeah, I did. I was happy the way we come. Again, not just the performance, but the enthusiasm, the attitude, the demeanor, the leadership, the camaraderie, the love for each other, and understanding how to appreciate a good game and win. You know what I'm saying? And from that standpoint, extremely happy. Extremely. There's things we got to get better at. Yes, we're not perfect. We're a young football team who's growing each week. But I'm extremely happy from the attitude, desire, and the culture of the organization. And they enhance what we believe in.
Jim, there's a fine line between the players not making a mistake and just playing freely.
Hard.
How do they toe that line and try to get there?
It's called maturity. At the end of the day, you can't do it. You got to look at a man in the mirror. You got to look at yourself and have confidence. That word confidence, and knowing that you can do it, and knowing you have the poise to do it, and knowing the situations you got to do it in. I mean, you can coach till you're blue in the face. They have to go out and be able to do it themselves when it counts, and then make a mistake and be able to poise and move on. It's all maturity and growth. Just like, how'd you do your job? How'd you know to do your job the first time you ever got it when you were young, or whatever? When you were growing up as a kid, something that was new to you. It's no different. We act like players are just like we were as children. Everything's new to you. And you figure it out, you get real good at it. Sometimes you make a few mistakes. I mean, we want them all just to be magically perfect. It doesn't happen that way, man. It's just the way you got to play. There's got to be trials, tribulations. There's got to be ups and downs. But the thing is, what you got to do, play the next play. Don't worry about the result. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just play the next play and believe in yourself and grow confidence in yourself.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.